Welcome, welcome, welcome. Come on in, come on in, come on in. Hurry up, hurry up, and make sure you share this show because it's gonna be a hot one. It's gonna be good. We're gonna be talking about it today. We're not gonna be pulling any punches anyway. You know me, this is Sean Hill, your 8 Hours Book Club teacher, and I just want to come to you today real quickly. But before I do that, as you come on, jump in the comment section. You know what to do. Hit that like button. Give me the hearts, the thumbs up. If you're watching on Facebook, make sure to share the show. And if for my YouTube family, my YouTube crew, if you're watching on YouTube, make sure to hit that like button and also subscribe and hit that bell. Let's jump right into it. So you heard the big news. Jay-Z and NFL partnering up, hooking up. What we're going to talk about today, white capitalism, blackface. So Jay-Z to advise the NFL on Super Bowl halftime show. It has to be all-inclusive, Jay-Z said. Jay-Z said he spoke with the football player and social justice activist Colin Kaepernick ahead of the deal. He said, man, I done got this cleared. We all good. Everything's all gravy. The NFL has a great big platform, and it has to be all-inclusive, Jay-Z, 49, told the Times of agreeing to work with the NFL and its activism arm, Inspire Change. They're willing to do some things to make some changes that we can do some good. Oh, and isn't this a beautiful picture? They're just looking into each other's eyes like lovers. They're just, oh, the glow, oh, the joy, oh, the happiness. Oh, doesn't it just warm your heart to see this kind of partnership between the NFL and Jay-Z? Even Jay-Z's jersey say, man, this is heavy. Oh, they looking good, fam. They looking really, really nice. But I just can't help but remember something in my mind. It seems like a while ago, something like this happened again. I think I recall Jay-Z doing something like this a while ago. Let me see if I can find some, fam. Let me see. This was in like the Village. It says, oh my goodness, Jay-Z sold out Brooklyn. This from 2012. That's a little while ago. But you know what? The thing about the internet, you can always find what you need. Oh, and remember, for you that don't remember this, we're going to get into it in a minute. There is Jay-Z, the man, looking over the Barclays Center. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. The prodigal son returns home. Isn't this a beautiful scene? You can just caption it. You gotta love it, fam. You gotta love it. According to Jay-Z's own mythology, this is from the story. According to Jay-Z's own mythology, at some point in the 90s, he used an apartment at 560 State Street in Brooklyn's Brum Hill neighborhood as a stash spot for his drug peddling paraphernalia. Last week, the rapper played 8 back-to-back shows 2.5 blocks away at the new Barclays Center, which is also host to the Brooklyn Nets basketball team he owns less than 1% stake in. The concerts were billed as a celebration of Brooklyn, with Jay symbolizing the resurrected pride and pomp of the borough. But that's just promotional fluff. Jay's role in the Barclays Center debacle is a crash case of selling out the borough's soul for a stash of cash. Let's keep moving. The objection with the Barclays Center have been well reported on. So this is not unknown. This was not some little thing that just went away. The stadium was finagled into existence against local opposition. Local opposition meaning probably the people that live there, probably ADOS black people in that area, since he's from that area, his people, by using an eminent domain claim. Now, fam, can you work with me on this? I'm having like these flashbacks. I'm having these. Didn't Jay-Z just not too long ago say something about gentrifying your hood and eminent domain? I'm seeing a pattern here, fam. I'm seeing a pattern. The project hasn't come through on the promise to create local jobs. Oh, imagine that. The introduction of waves of concerts and basketball game goers will add to the traffic congestion in the area. And so that's, obviously that's not good for those people in the area. All right, posing for the cameras during the opening week, Jay-Z came across like he fulfilled the path that The Wire's fictional character, Stringer Bell, lusted after, becoming something of a legitimate businessman. But of course, we know Jay-Z is not a businessman. He's a businessman. But as his detractors have been eager to point out, Jay hasn't so much been welcomed into the business realm of Bruce Ratner and Mikhail Prokofiev, the real financial forces behind the venture. Oh, y'all didn't hear that. Jay hasn't so much been welcomed into the business realm of those people, Bruce Ratner and Mikhail Prokofiev, the real financial forces behind the venture, as allowed himself to become a promotional puppet to help push their own financial goal. For his part, Jay seems content to play along with the facade, telling the crowd how I'm a young black African male who was raised in a single-parent home in low-income housing, and I stand before you as an owner of the Brooklyn Nets. It's probably a lot snappier to say that than admitting you own less than 1/15 of 1% of something. And so, fam, I'm not here to throw shade on Jay-Z was this good, bad, or indifferent. I'm just saying, before we crown this as some achievement for the black community, let's make sure we get something out of this. Let's make sure there's some tangibles. Or if we don't, then what was the big deal? It's really nothing more than, you know, Bill Gates had signed for the halftime show. What good does that do the black community? But I know what good it does the NFL. It gives them some legitimacy. It gives them some way to cover up the stink that's been happening to Colin Kaepernick and the protests. And so now we can gloss this over. Now, in fact, now we can have those halftime people come back and they can be legitimate. Ooh, the NFL gets some street cred. Isn't this wonderful? In one of the stories, it said that the NFL had invested like $500,000, not from this particular deal, but on another situation before, $500,000 in the NFL charity Dream, Hope Dream, something like that. But understand, that's a business decision. One, it's a write-off. We get that. But two, imagine that's how white capitalism works. Imagine if you can invest $500,000, get some good publicity, and you get back millions because now the performers show up, because Jay-Z's kind of cleared it, made it cool with them. We good. And if the performers show up, the audience shows up. Sounds like a good investment to me. But I think we need to wait. I think we need to wait and see what we get from it. Because as Jay-Z said in his own words, I'm not a businessman. I'm a businessman. The problem with businesses is that they don't feel. So let's look at this. Despite presenting the Barclays Center as something to benefit Brooklyn, Jay-Z's posturing as the face of the project is strictly selfish stance. The center hasn't produced any sort of career options for kids in the area, let alone the Marcy projects, unless you count being given the chance to take fast food orders as creating opportunities for better community. The scale of the stadium is too large to do anything to aid and foster the Bureau's music scene. Longtime local businesses are also faced with a prohibitive rent hike next time the lease comes up. So understand that any black business in that area at that time, yeah, that's a problem for them. For the Barclays Center to become a valued part of the community and a part of Brooklyn's appeal, it has to integrate into the community. How about offering high school kids in the Bureaus an expedited chance to become part of the next marketing team? Instead, the stadium scale and corporate globe cast it as a reminder that Jay-Z may like to endlessly brag about his ties to Brooklyn, but these days he's more interested in how pimping out the allure of the Bureaus can increase his bottom line. So with that being said, fam, what are your thoughts? Is this a good move for the black community? Or is it not? I'm not worried about Jay-Z. We know it's a good move for him. He's always going to do what's best for him. But is this a good move for the black community? All right, fam. Make sure you do me a favor. Go to YouTube or just go to ShawneeHill.com and make sure you subscribe. Also hit that bell to get the notices. And with that being said, until the next video, fam, I love you now. Talk to you later. Goodbye.